It's time for product education. And now your host, Kirstie Cody.
Well, hello and welcome to our product education program with Isagenix. My name is Kirstie Cody, your host, and it's great to be here with you yet again another week. Hopefully your 2013 is just cruising on by. Many of you listening in, I know that you are in the middle of your transformations, losing weight, gaining lean mass, and of course tap into these audios each week to just have a better understanding of what's going on in our body and with these amazing products. And today our topic is all about whey protein. It's like a whey protein concentrate education. Love this. We're going to be hitting on our IsaPro, our IsaLean Pro, and of course our IsaLean Shake very briefly, but more importantly, what makes these meal replacement shakes or protein supplements ideal and superior. And here with us today is the wonderful Dr. Michael Colgan. He's such an amazing man. I've so enjoyed getting to know him over the last couple of years. He's an internationally renowned research scientist. He's actually acknowledged as one of the world's most popular scientific experts on the inhibition of aging. His background is incredibly extensive. I wish I could tell you all about him, but I will tell you he's worked with many universities. He is the founder of the Colgan Institute, which has branches throughout the United States and Canada and Australia, Asia area. He now actually serves on that as a director. He serves as the chairman of that board. And he actually discovered Isagenix quite a few years ago, but came on board just a few years ago, and we have so enjoyed him being a part of our Isagenix family. He's the creator of the Brain and Sleep Support System. He serves on our Scientific Advisory Board. So with that, welcome, Dr. Colgan.
Wow, what a welcome. It's great to be on your show again, Kirstie.
It's great to have you. And I know we have a short time together, so I want to just jump straight into this and get into the meat of it all, and that is whey protein. Maybe you can take a few minutes to explain what exactly whey protein is.
Yes, people think it's sort of common, and they think when they get a glass of milk, they're getting a lot. But cow's milk contains only about 30 grams of protein total per liter. So a liter carton that you get in the store only has about 30 grams. It has actually less total protein than our IsaLean Pro. But of that total protein, most of it is casein, and casein is not a really good protein for humans. Only about 5 grams in a liter of milk is whey proteins, and they're much more complicated than people think. They're a mix of 8 to 10 proteins, including very important ones for human growth called beta-lactoglobulin and alpha-lactalbumin. But it also contains live immunoglobulins. The immunoglobulins are mixed with our immune system and strengthen it. And it also contains serum albumin, which is a protein that helps the building of our blood. So, and it contains a long list of enzyme and growth factors, nutrient transporters, disease-resistant factors, and they are kept intact by the under-natured extraction process that Isagenix uses.
Right, and actually that's what makes our whey protein concentrate so special. Maybe you can share with individuals listening what that special feature in the process is all about.
Well, yes, the first thing is the cold cross-flow membrane extraction process, which preserves the dipeptides, tripeptides, and all those other things that I just talked about that are not preserved. You will see many proteins advertised as whey protein isolate and whey protein hydrolysate. Whey protein isolates, because of the intensity of their extraction process to isolate just the whey protein, destroy most of those other things that I was talking about. And whey protein hydrolysates also destroy them because they're partially cooked before they're put into the tubs. So when you see arguments for the use of whey protein isolate and whey protein hydrolysate, I think they come from people that don't understand the science. Those things have their uses. For instance, hydrolysate is good for people who are very ill in hospital who cannot absorb proteins. But for the average person, you want to absorb the best protein that you can because your whole body is made of protein. It's all of its functional units are protein.
Absolutely. So, based on the bioavailability and the utilization, is whey the most superior of all proteins?
Yes, well, that was a surprise to me. When we first found this in 1981, I didn't believe it because the best protein was whole egg at the time, which was better than chicken or fish or beef or any of the other meats. And whey protein concentrate came out on top. And we did a lot of tests on it, and it has proven to be the best since. So for the best biological availability, for the best muscle growth, for the best muscle maintenance, for the best maintenance of all of the proteins in your body, there's nothing to beat undenatured whey protein concentrate.
Okay, very nice. So now in the IsaLean shakes, the IsaLean Pro shakes, and then of course we have the IsaPro. But in the IsaLean and the IsaLean Pro, we have a tri-blend of whey protein concentrate, milk protein concentrate, and low heat non-fat dry milk. But really, just in talking with you earlier, the star of the show here is the whey protein concentrate and makes up the majority of that tri-blend, correct?
That's true, and in combining it with the 70 trace minerals and minerals, it's so far superior to any just protein by itself. I have to take my hat off to John Anderson because that was a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah, and you mentioned the enzymes. I mean, the enzymes are broad-ranged pH enzymes, which are fabulous. I mean, these are enzymes that kind of make it through that rigorous digestive process. And then, as you had mentioned, the 70-plus minerals, trace minerals. I mean, really, when it comes down to quality, purity, potency, bioavailability, can you find any other shakes in the world that even compare to what we have here at Isagenix?
Well, one of the reasons I'm on the Scientific Advisory Board and I decided to join Isagenix, Kirstie, is the use of that protein, because I think the way that John's put it together, the way that he has worked with it is brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I have some other questions here, if you don't mind. I know that we get asked a lot of questions when it comes to protein and more specifically branched chain amino acids. And one of the most popular questions that I get asked by athletes is that when they move into Isagenix for supplementation, they wonder if they should continue taking their individual branched chain amino acids on the side. Is it even necessary, or is our amino acid profile, especially the branched chain amino acids, complete enough for that athlete?
Oh, I don't think that they can improve things by taking singular amino acids on top of what John's done with the amino acid profile. He's made the amino acid profile ideal for the construction of proteins in the body. Now, some athletes, and you'll see some arguments online saying that this protein, this amino acid profile is better for muscle accretion and this than others, and they're talking about their own, of course. But what people don't understand is the proteins are the structural framework of all the tissues in the body. For instance, the protein collagen forms part of the structure of all the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. The proteins are our carriers as well. The protein hemoglobin carries our oxygen. Proteins are our messengers. All our hormones are proteins. Proteins are our growers. All our growth-stimulating hormones are proteins. Proteins are our defenders. All our antibodies are proteins. They're all our movers and shakers. All our movement is controlled by enzymes, and all enzymes are proteins. So you have to, when you're designing an amino acid profile, you have to look at all of those things.
Oh, absolutely. It's got to be complete. Now, one of the things that I've heard you train on is glutathione. Can you share with everybody how using IsaPro or IsaLean Pro helps with glutathione levels?
Yes, glutathione is one of the major antioxidants in the cell. In fact, it's such a major antioxidant that scientists use it to measure the antioxidant status of the body. And glutathione is supported by cysteine and glutamylcysteine in the IsaLean shakes. The shakes provide in cysteine and glutamylcysteine residues and other amino acids that manufacture glutathione in the body. They provide about 6 grams in an IsaLean Pro shake, which is higher than any other one that I know.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So now, would you share with everyone just a little bit about your study that you did for 45 days, around about 45 days, with your triathletes, if I'm not mistaken, in putting them on Isagenix? What happened in those days with what you saw with body mass and the BMI shift?
Yes, they were all on an average. Their body fat was 8.6%. So these guys are not carrying any body fat. But always when in a triathlon, you're trying to lower your body fat without losing muscle. Because the more body fat you take off, the better you can move, because body fat is dead weight. And I persuaded 6 of them to go on the 30-day system. And I was amazed, because over 30 days, following the system exactly, they lost another 3% body fat. And that was a matter of 4.5 pounds for most of them, which meant it was literally like taking 2 bricks off their back.
Now, I just think that those results are simply amazing. And I'm sure the athletes, when going into this little mini study that you did with them, were a bit nervous and a bit skeptical, correct?
They were very resistant. Very resistant. I had to promise them that if there were anything untoward happened, then I would make it right again, because they hate interrupting their training for anything.
Right.
But nothing untoward did happen.
So let me ask you, we talk to a lot of athletes, and of course there's a lot of athletes within Isagenix, thousands of athletes that quite honestly were in that same position. They were very skeptical, and even some of these athletes really didn't believe in any kind of supplementation as far as, meal replacement shakes or whey protein. They really just focused on chicken, fish, and lean meats along with vegetables. I mean, what would you say to the athlete that maybe still might be set in their ways when it comes to ingesting proteins like that versus incorporating a whey protein supplement like the IsaLean Pro?
Right. Well, they will get to a certain level, but they are wasting their potential. Every year older that you get, after age 22, 23, your athletic ability declines. And if you haven't taken full advantage of the growth period you've got, some lucky people get it up to the age of 25, then you're never going to get it again. So for every athlete out there, I'd say take the best proteins now. Your body is made of 350,000 different ones, and they're all made of the proteins you eat.
Wow. So the quality of proteins that you're putting in your body today literally equals the potential that you have, whether it's, bodybuilding competitions, fitness competitions, or, your endurance athletes. So any kind of athlete in what they're doing, correct?
Yes. I love telling young athletes to use your potential now, because when you get to my age, you haven't got it anymore.
Right. So one last question before I let you go, and this has been such a great audio. Obviously you are an expert in the inhibition of aging. And I know that today's focus was on our whey protein concentrate and our amazing shakes. But really, I mean, looking at Isagenix as a whole, when it comes to all 5 pillars of health, which are the shakes, the Ionic Supreme, the Cleanse for Life, the Ageless Essentials Daily Pack, and then, of course, Product B, which is our latest. In general, what are your thoughts with the science behind this product line, the 5 pillars of health, and what it does for the body?
Well, I've been a scientist for more than 50 years, Kirstie, and I take the Isagenix 5 pillars every day, plus my brain boost and sleep support.
Sure.
And I'm in pretty good shape for 74.
Right. You do. You look great. Hey, when I'm 74, I want to be running up on stage as you do. Love that. So anything else that we need to know today before we let you go in regards to our amazing product line and, of course, more specifically, our shakes?
Proteins are the body's beams and rafters, movers and engineers, messengers and defenders and growers and infection fighters. They control every thought you have, every move you make. So don't take a casual approach to the proteins you eat if you want optimum performance.
Optimum performance and ultimate health. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Colgan, for being with us today. It's always a pleasure hearing you educate and speak. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Kiss.
All right. And everybody listening in, thanks for being with us. And of course,